Let me tell you about the best game you've never heard about. King of Night is a game that was created by Jeremy King of Night was a game that was created by Jeremy E. It's not flashy, it's certainly not famous, but it might just be one of the best games I've ever played. King of Night is a game that falls in the category of games like Mario or Holiday. It's a difficult platformer with an RPG/8-bit styled gameplay that I haven't seen basically anyone play. I mean, look at its Steam page. I don't even remember how or where I found it, but I remember discovering it with my friends and getting hooked immediately. The game starts you off in a world where up to 4 princesses have been stolen from your castle, one for every player, and you have to go rescue them. Almost reminds me of a certain game I've played before. But that's great, because you can't have any good game without inspiration. As much as the new Super Mario Bros. Wii's story matters to the gameplay, King of Night mimics that same urgency too. It doesn't matter what you do or how long it takes, the princesses will always be waiting at the end of the game. When you start your game, you get to pick between 6 different classes: Knight, Paladin, Sorcerer, Rogue, Archer, and my favorite, Wizard. Wizard, being the best in my opinion, has the highest damage output, but has one downside. Your weapons take away your max HP. But if you're goated like me, health doesn't matter, baby! Boom! The game throws you into the first level. I quickly learned with my first playthrough that this game is rough. It's hard to start off, but the whole point of the game isn't to be difficult. It's not a rage game. Enemies will always spawn in varying but fixed locations. Enemy AI always has a pattern to their attacks, and it just takes repetition, timing, and learning to quickly master what the game throws at you. Like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, there's a weird difficulty level that's not in any setting or acknowledged by any game developer I've ever seen. The more people you bring, the stupider you will perform. I don't get it. More people do more damage, there's no enemy AI scaling or health scaling, but whenever I play with Josh, that freak bumps me down like 6 skill levels. I mean, look at this. I open the game and I play a class I've never played before, and win against the first boss like it's nothing, and I do it on my first try. But whenever I play with Josh, we end up dying like 14 bajillion times to the simplest enemies I can spawn. Anyways, yes, you can bring more people, and yes, the game should get easier. There's no player collision, and if you leave the level because 3 out of the 4 of you die, you won't lose a life. Now, there is one game mechanic that does increase the difficulty. That's right, you can't move after you jump. Does it screw you during boss fights? Of course, but what else would you like? An unrealistic movement-based mechanic of the game in this super realistic game? No, but seriously, I think having no directional influence during jumps is a fun mechanic of the game. It allows you to be able to jump forwards, look backwards, shoot a fireball, look forwards, and then jump forwards and do it all again, maintaining forward movement the whole time while shooting backwards. Of course, this isn't very helpful in a scroller game, but some bosses do jump behind you and it can prove useful. You have a fixed movement speed in the game whether you're jumping or not, but there are a few items that allow a dash or a teleport, which boosts your character forward a few tiles. And there's even a pair of boots that increase your speed. The dash and teleport are used for dodging bosses and scaling levels, but I'd put the teleport at A tier above the dash because the dash is forced to head from point 1, traveling across point 2, and then to point 3, where the teleport will bring you from point 1 to point 3 instantly. These items can be obtained from certain shops you encounter on the main map of the game. I've come across 2 shops during my playthroughs, one at the start of the game and one in the early middle stage of the game. These shops allow you to talk to NPCs that sell class-specific items, like the dash boots, teleport scroll, or even armor, which increases your max HP. Basically drip of the medieval times. You earn coin from levels you complete, but there's a set amount of coin you can only earn per level. For instance, in level 1, you can earn up to 50 coin that show up as coin bags throughout the level, but you can only collect those bags once. Complete the level with all 50 coin collected, and you earn 50 coin that can be used to buy items from shops. As you may have guessed, you can also buy weapon upgrades for your specific class, and my favorite of those weapons for the wizards is the homing staff, which fires an upgraded blue fireball that has carried me and my friends across stages we have completed. If you want to switch the setup you have, NPCs will also buy your stuff back at full price. There is this one NPC that sells this mysterious key. I'm not sure what it does, though. Anyways, enemy health and your health systems are different. You get hit by an enemy or touch them, and you take 1 heart of damage and have about a 1 to 2 second invincibility phase. Enemies have a more elaborate system with a larger health number, but your weapons have an X amount of damage to them as well. Enemies do not work on the hearts system. Bosses will also show their health bar at the bottom of your screen, and the bar has a checkered pattern to show the general percentage of health remaining on the boss. There are about 12 stages in the game with about 15 bosses to defeat. Personally, I've been to about 5 or 6 of these stages, and I have encountered probably 7 of the bosses available. Over 60 hours of playtime. Yeah. I truly can't encourage you, viewer, to try this game enough. My friends and I were looking for a random game for us to all play together one summer of 2022, and we came across this random game that none of us had heard about. Platformers and 8-bit styling wasn't really my jam, but after trying for a while, I figured out that I was having fun, and that I was good at this game. But here's the catch. To call this game an arcade game would be hitting the bullseye. Along with coin, there are 2 more counters above the coin counter that indicate trophies and credits. And it's as simple as this. A trophy is a life. A credit is 5 trophies. You and all your friends die during a level, that's 1 trophy. All 5 of your trophies run out, that's a credit spent for 5 more. All your credits and trophies run out, that's it. Game over. Back to the start. There's no save files, no redos. It's just unmerciful run enders. And I love it. Trust me, that's what makes this game fun. Trying to get as far as possible without losing lives so you can continue exploring this one level or grinding attempts against this one boss. It makes the game challenging and addicting. You have to start from the beginning, learning new strategies and maxing out the coin system to find the best loadout. You can find credits and trophies scattered across the map via secrets, but they should remain secret, so I won't disclose any locations in this video. Unless you eagle-eyed freaks have already spotted them. I was surprised at just how much fun I had in this game. It's a simple indie game in an 8-bit style with the most basic medieval theme you can think of. Cute enemies and character sprites, challenging levels, and the most impressive gameplay loop I have ever seen has put this game among the top few best plays I have ever seen for myself. But here's the thing. King and Knight isn't trying to be the next Celeste or Hollow Knight. It doesn't have emotional dialogue, a massive story, or any fancy graphics. It's just a game. A game that remembers what makes games fun. The simple satisfaction of mastering something, failing, retrying, and finally overcoming a challenge because you learned, not because you beat that boss. Yes. Every mechanic, from the no directional input jumps to the credit system, is designed around consistency and growth. The more you play, the more you will realize. This game never cheats you. It's fair, it's hard, and it's fun. But if you're still not convinced, let me put it this way. King and Knight is what happens when someone builds a game for fun first. It doesn't waste your time with filler or microtransactions or 10-minute tutorials. It drops you in, gives you a sword, or a wand, and says, go. Figure it out. It's not for everyone, but if you like tight platforming, a sense of mastery, and the rush of beating a boss that's been haunting you for days, you'll fall in love with this game just like I did. So if you've made it this far into the video, don't take my word for it. Go download King and Knight. Try it solo, or grab a few friends and lose your minds together. Learn the mechanics, find the secrets, master the bosses, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find yourself saying, let me tell you about the best indie game you've never heard of. Oh, and please use an Xbox controller or play on the Switch, because the controls are horrible and unchangeable. Do not put yourself through the torture of playing this game on keyboard. While I'm walking back, I just want to say, King and Knight managed to stay in my favorite of the games that I've ever played, despite being such a small indie game. I would heavily recommend you try this game out for yourself. It's just $11 on Steam. It's one of the most repeatable games I've ever seen in my life, despite being so simple. It's an arcade game that you can play without the need of $1 per play. Although I guess you could think about it that way if you only play it 11 times. King and Knight, I believe when I bought it on sale for about $5. And people who I've hung out with my whole life, who I know as not gamers, people who don't play games that often, ended up loving the game and playing it, and we ended up playing it for weeks. We'd go back, we'd schedule sessions for this game specifically, to play this game specifically. So I'd recommend this game to you if you weren't a gamer, and I would recommend this game to you if you were a gamer like myself.